I am very happy that you are here with me today. If you are listening to this podcast, it means you want to improve your English. And that already shows something important about you. It shows that you are serious. It shows that you care about your growth. So first of all, thank you for giving me your time. I truly appreciate it. Today, we are going to talk about something very powerful and very important in life. Our topic is Trust is Everything. This is not only a topic for relationships. It is not only about love or friendship. Trust is part of our daily life. We use trust every single day, sometimes without even thinking about it. Let me ask you something simple. Have you ever trusted someone and felt very happy? Maybe you trusted a friend with a secret, and they protected it. Maybe you trusted a teacher, and they helped you grow. Maybe you trusted someone who supported you when you felt weak. When trust is respected, it makes us feel safe. It makes us feel calm. It makes us feel connected. Now let me ask you another question. Have you ever trusted someone and then felt hurt? Maybe someone broke a promise. Maybe someone lied to you. Maybe someone disappointed you. When trust is broken, the pain feels deep. It is not just about the action. It is about the feeling of betrayal. It is about losing that safe space with someone. Trust is part of every relationship in our life. It is in friendship. It is in family. It is in marriage. It is in business. It is even in small daily situations. When you enter a bus, you trust the driver. When you go to a doctor, you trust their knowledge. When you speak to someone, you trust that they will listen. Without trust, life becomes very difficult and stressful. In today's episode, we will understand trust in a simple and clear way. We will talk about what trust really means. We will talk about why it is so important. We will talk about what happens when trust is broken. And we will also talk about how to build trust in your life, step by step. Everything will be explained in easy words, so you can understand clearly and learn naturally. While you are listening, I want you to practice with me. Do not just listen silently. Pause the audio sometimes, repeat sentences, answer the questions out loud. Speak even if your English is not perfect. Remember, this is Code Your English. You are not only listening to ideas, you are building your English at the same time. So take a deep breath, relax your mind, and open your heart. Today, we are going to learn something important. Because in the end, trust is not just a word. Trust is the foundation of everything. What is trust? Now let us move deeper into our topic and understand one very important question. What is trust? Many people use this word every day, but not everyone really thinks about its meaning. Trust is a simple word, but it has a very deep meaning in our life. So let us explain it in very clear and easy English. Trust means feeling safe with someone. When you trust a person, you feel calm around them. You do not feel nervous. You do not feel afraid. You do not feel that you need to protect yourself. You feel relaxed because you believe that this person will not harm you. This feeling of safety is one of the strongest parts of trust. Without safety, trust cannot exist. Trust also means believing that someone will not hurt you on purpose. Of course, people can make mistakes. Nobody is perfect. But when you trust someone, you believe that even if they make a mistake, they do not want to damage you. You believe their heart is in a good place. You believe their intentions are clean. This belief is very important. Trust is not only about actions. It is also about intention. Trust also means depending on someone without fear. For example, when you depend on someone, you rely on them. You believe they will do what they promised. You believe they will support you when needed. And you do not feel afraid that they will suddenly leave or disappoint you. Depending on someone without fear is a powerful thing. It creates stability in relationships. Let us look at some simple daily life examples to understand trust better. Imagine you have a close friend. One day you share a secret with them. It is something personal. It is something you do not want other people to know. When you tell your friend this secret, you are showing trust. You believe they will respect your privacy. You believe they will not tell others. If they keep your secret safe, your trust becomes stronger. But if they tell someone else, your trust becomes weaker. This simple situation shows how trust works. Now think about a teacher. When you join a class, you trust that the teacher will guide you correctly. You trust that they have knowledge. You trust that they want to help you learn. You follow their instructions because you believe they are leading you in the right direction. If the teacher gives wrong information or does not care about students, trust slowly disappears. But when the teacher is honest, prepared, and supportive, trust grows naturally. Let us take another simple example. When you enter a car, bus, or taxi, you trust the driver. You trust that they know how to drive. You trust that they will follow traffic rules. You trust that they will try to keep you safe. Think about this carefully. Every day, we trust many strangers without even thinking about it. Society works because of trust. If nobody trusted anyone, daily life would become full of fear and stress. Trust is also connected to consistency. Consistency means doing the same good behavior again and again. When someone is consistent, we start trusting them more. For example, if your friend always comes on time, you trust their promise about time. If someone always tells the truth, you trust their words. But if someone changes their behavior every day, it becomes difficult to trust them. Trust grows slowly through repeated positive actions. Another important part of trust is honesty. When people speak honestly, even when the truth is difficult, it builds trust. Sometimes the truth is not comfortable. Sometimes it hurts a little. But honesty shows respect. It shows that you value the other person enough to be real with them. Lies, even small lies, slowly damage trust. A small lie may look harmless, but if it happens many times, people begin to doubt everything. Trust is also connected to vulnerability. Vulnerability means opening your heart. It means showing your real feelings. When you trust someone, you allow yourself to be vulnerable. You show your fears, your dreams, your weaknesses. This is not easy. It requires courage. But when the other person respects your vulnerability, the relationship becomes deeper and stronger. Now think about yourself. Do you trust easily, or do you find it difficult? Some people trust very quickly. Other people need more time. This often depends on past experiences. If someone has been hurt before, they may build walls around their heart. They may feel afraid to trust again. And that is normal. Trust takes time, especially after pain. At the same time, trust is not blind. Blind trust means trusting without thinking. Healthy trust is balanced. It means you observe actions. You listen to words. You give time. Trust should grow naturally. It should not be forced. So in simple words, trust means feeling safe, believing in good intentions, and depending on someone without fear. It is built slowly. It grows with honesty, consistency, and respect. And it can become very strong when both sides protect it carefully. As you listen to this, I want you to practice your English. Try to repeat this sentence. Trust means feeling safe with someone. Say it slowly. Then say, trust means believing someone will not hurt me. Practice speaking clearly. When you speak, you are not only learning about trust, you are building confidence in your English. Understanding trust clearly is the first step. When we know what trust really means, we can protect it better. We can build it better. And we can become people who deserve it. Why trust is everything. Now let us talk about something very important. Why do we say that trust is everything? Why is this small word so powerful? The answer is simple. Trust is the foundation of every strong relationship and every successful system in life. Without trust, everything becomes weak, unstable, and stressful. Think about any relationship in your life. It can be a friendship, a family relationship, a marriage, or even a work relationship. What makes that relationship strong? It is not only love. It is not only communication. It is not only time. The real foundation is trust. If trust is strong, the relationship can survive problems. If trust is weak, even small problems can destroy everything. Let us start with friendship. Imagine you have a close friend. You laugh together. You share stories. You support each other. But one day, you start to doubt them. Maybe they lie. Maybe they speak badly about you behind your back. Slowly, you stop sharing personal things. You become careful with your words. You protect yourself. The friendship becomes cold. Even if you still meet and talk, something feels different. That safe feeling is gone. Without trust, friendship becomes weak. It may continue on the outside, but inside it is empty. Now think about marriage or a romantic relationship. Love is beautiful, but love alone is not enough. If two people love each other but do not trust each other, they will always feel insecure. They will check phones. They will question every action. They will imagine negative things. This creates stress and fear. Love needs trust to grow. Trust gives love peace. When two people trust each other, they feel safe. They feel stable. They can grow together without constant fear. Trust is also very important in family. In a healthy family, children trust their parents. They believe their parents want the best for them. Parents trust their children to tell the truth and behave responsibly. If trust disappears in a family, communication becomes difficult. People start hiding things. They stop sharing their real feelings. The home no longer feels safe. Trust makes a family strong. It creates emotional security. Now, let us look at the workplace. At work, trust is extremely important. Imagine you are part of a team. Your manager gives you a task. Your teammates depend on you to finish your part. If you do your work honestly and on time, people trust you. The team becomes strong. But if someone does not do their job properly, or if they blame others for their mistakes, trust becomes weak. When trust is weak in a team, people stop cooperating. They start protecting themselves instead of helping each other. Teamwork becomes difficult and stressful. Trust is also very important in business. When you buy a product, you trust the company. You believe the product is safe. You believe the information is true. If a company lies to customers or sells low-quality products, customers lose trust. And when customers lose trust, the business slowly fails. That is why successful businesses protect their reputation carefully. Reputation is connected to trust. Even in society, trust plays a big role. Every day, we trust many systems. We trust doctors to give correct treatment. We trust schools to educate students. We trust banks to protect our money. We trust the government to create fair laws. If people lose trust in these systems, society becomes unstable. People feel angry and unsafe. Trust creates order and peace in society. Another important point is emotional safety. When trust exists, people feel free to express themselves. They feel free to speak honestly. They feel free to make mistakes and learn. But without trust, people hide their true thoughts. They become defensive. They avoid responsibility. This stops growth. Trust allows people to grow together. Trust is also connected to mental peace. When you trust someone, your mind feels calm. You do not overthink. You do not imagine negative situations. But when trust is missing, your mind becomes tired. You start thinking too much. You doubt small things. This creates anxiety. So trust is not only about relationships, it is also about your mental health. Let us imagine a simple situation at work. You finish your project and send it to your manager. If you trust your manager, you feel calm. Even if there are corrections, you believe the feedback is fair. But if you do not trust your manager, you may feel attacked or judged. The same action creates a different feeling because of trust. Now think about this sentence. Without trust, love cannot grow. Love needs safety. Love needs honesty. Love needs reliability. If someone says, "I love you," but breaks promises again and again, those words lose meaning. Actions build trust, and trust makes love real. That is why we say trust is everything. It supports friendship. It protects marriage. It strengthens family. It improves teamwork. It builds successful businesses. It creates stable societies. It protects mental peace. Trust is like the invisible glue that holds everything together. Take a moment now and reflect. Think about one relationship in your life where trust is strong. How do you feel in that relationship? Probably calm. Probably safe. Now think about a relationship where trust is weak. How do you feel there? Maybe careful. Maybe stressed. This difference shows the power of trust clearly. As you listen, try to repeat this sentence. Trust makes relationships strong. Say it slowly. Then say, without trust, everything becomes difficult. Practice speaking clearly. Feel the meaning of the words. When we understand why trust is everything, we start valuing it more. We become more careful with our words. We become more responsible with our actions. Because once trust is broken, rebuilding it is not easy. That is why protecting trust is one of the most important responsibilities in life. The pain of broken trust. Now let us talk about something that many people experience, but do not always talk about openly. Let us talk about the pain of broken trust. Trust feels beautiful when it is strong, but when it breaks, it can hurt very deeply. The pain is not always loud. Sometimes it is quiet, but very heavy inside the heart. So what happens when someone breaks our trust? First, something changes inside us. The safe feeling disappears. The comfort disappears. We begin to question things. We start thinking, was everything real? Or, did I misunderstand this person? Broken trust creates doubt, and doubt slowly creates distance. One of the first feelings people experience is sadness. You feel sad because you believed in someone. You opened your heart. You allowed yourself to be vulnerable. And then something happened that damaged that connection. The sadness comes from losing that emotional safety. It feels like losing something valuable. Another common feeling is anger. You may feel angry because you feel disrespected. You may think, How could they do this to me? Anger often hides deeper pain. When trust breaks, we feel that our kindness or openness was not protected. That can create strong frustration inside. Disappointment is also very powerful. Disappointment happens when reality does not match our expectations. When we trust someone, we expect honesty and loyalty. When they act differently, it feels like a shock. Disappointment is painful because it changes how we see that person. Confusion is another feeling that comes with broken trust. You may feel confused about what is true and what is false. You may replay conversations in your mind. You may question your own judgment. Why did I not see this before? Did I ignore signs? This confusion can make you feel mentally tired. But why does broken trust hurt so much? It hurts because trust is connected to safety. When trust is strong, we relax. We feel protected. When trust breaks, our mind feels danger. Even if the situation is not physically dangerous, emotionally it feels unsafe. Our heart feels exposed. It feels like standing in the rain without protection. Broken trust also hurts because it affects our future behavior. After someone hurts us, we may build walls. We may become more careful. We may stop sharing personal things. In some cases, we stop trusting new people easily. The pain does not only stay in the past, it influences the future. Let me tell you a short and simple story to make this clearer. Imagine a girl named Sarah. She has a close friend named Lena. They share everything. One day, Sarah tells Lena a personal secret. She trusts her completely. She believes Lena will keep it private. A few days later, Sarah notices that other classmates are acting differently. Some of them are whispering. Some of them are looking at her strangely. Slowly, she discovers that Lena told others about her secret. Sarah feels shocked. Her heart beats fast. She feels embarrassed and hurt. At first, Sarah feels sadness. She cannot understand why Lena did this. Then she feels anger. She thinks, I trusted her. I believed in her. After that, she feels confused. She wonders if their friendship was ever real. Even when Lena apologizes, something feels broken inside. The friendship may continue, but it is not the same as before. This simple story shows something important. The pain is not only about the secret, it is about the broken connection. It is about the broken safety. That is why broken trust hurts more than small mistakes. It touches something deeper. Sometimes people break trust in small ways. They break promises. They lie about small things. At first, these actions may look unimportant. But if they happen again and again, they slowly damage trust. Trust is like glass. It looks strong, but if it falls and breaks, you can see the cracks. Even if you try to fix it, the cracks may remain. However, it is also important to understand that feeling pain is normal. If you feel hurt when trust breaks, it means you are human. It means you care. It means you value honesty and connection.